It's really good because for your spars and things like that, you know, having fibers going in, like, you know, basically not the main axis direction really doesn't give you much in terms of bending stiffness, right? You probably learned that from your CLPT, that the, you know, the resultant modulus in this direction will increase a lot more if you have more fibers pointed like this. And so it really doesn't make any sense if we're just talking about pure bending to have fibers in any other direction. So that's why the unidirectional is good. Can I see that sleeve right there? Yeah. And then so this is I was kind of talking about this last time. This is a braided sleeve, and these are really cool because you know, normally if we're maybe laying up a surface on this wing, we'd have a piece of fabric and we kind of be folding it over, but there would be this seam at the edge where basically there's no continuous fiber, right? And so in terms of like a twisting, shear type action, that's a you know, this is effectively an open section, which you all know or might remember from structures is inherently a lot less stiff than a closed section. And so if we use a braided sleeve around this instead of just fabric, you know, we can pull this tight and we can make that an actual closed section, which is good for torsional stiffness. Okay, so we're going to lay up this guy on here, and I actually cut this. This used to look exactly like this guy, but I cut it in half like this because I'm going to actually lay up kind of a spar. I'm going to wrap it in a little bit of fabric, and then we're going to wrap this whole thing in this braided sleeve, and we're going to get kind of this compact wing with a spar actually integrated into it, okay? Just to give you some ideas about some of the things you might think about doing, you know, because you can think of all these great designs for maybe your spar and how you want to make it, but when it comes down to it, you know, being able to make exactly what you thought of, that's sometimes the hard part. And so I just kind of want to give you guys some ideas about some of the techniques you can use. And then on this guy, I'm just going to kind of show you how to get a good surface finish. And so we're going to go through, we're going to lay some release in here, and then we'll lay some fabric over it. And hopefully this will come out looking nicer than this, but it'll probably be a lot stronger. Oh, and here's a point. So I wrapped these in release film, okay? All of this release film is coming off that kind of yellowish roll in the middle there. And I wrapped these in release because I eventually want to take this foam out of the middle when it's done curing. Just because that will make my wing lighter. You know, the foam doesn't do much